I wanted to dive a little on some of these topics that you covered in our conference, right? The truth of disillusionment was something that I had never heard about and really blew my mind. So I'm sure many in the audience would benefit of that.
So we were talking about the thing that keeps people from learning new deep information, and it has to do with this thing called the Dunning-Kruger effect. So the Dunning-Kruger effect is this phenomenon discovered by two social scientists that said, how confident are you in what you know? And there's this really interesting graph that if you say how much time have you spent on the horizontal axis, and how confident are you on the vertical axis, then you would think that people would get more confident the more time they've spent studying something. So you think it's going to be this like linear path. But it turns out that when they studied this across genders, across ages, across cultures, everybody has the same effect, which is when you first start learning something, you go from having no confidence into it to like 90 or 95% confident that you know everything there is to know. So we've all seen this. You watch the person read one book or watch one documentary, and all of a sudden they're an expert on GMOs or social media networks or whatever's going on, right? And then if you keep reading, you get a little more confident, but then eventually you hit a point where the more you learn, you realize it conflicts with things you thought you already knew. And so now your confidence starts going down. So the more you learn, the less confident you become. And we think about this on like a college campus, right? Because as you keep studying for years and years, you start pummeling down so fast on your confidence about what you know, because you keep finding all the things that are like, yeah, that's true up until a point, but then this and then this exception. So you see those PhD students on a college campus that you would think you should be, with your head held high and stomping around the campus because you've got so much opportunity to get education, when really what they are is in the bottom of the trough of disillusionment, right? They don't know when they will ever hit the bottom. Is there ever a time where I will quit learning things that make me feel like I know less, and they'll start making me feel like I know more? And the interesting thing is, if you keep going for years and years, like you did as a veterinarian or as a nutritionist, eventually you start building your confidence in what you know, and it goes up at a moderated pace as opposed to that giant spike you have when you first learn something.